This property is looking beautiful, man. Look how bright it is. You've got to have this for your HMO. The first thing you want to make sure is, we finally did it. So moving on to my favorite place of the property. If you want to know how to inspect a property after a renovation, this video is for you. I'm going to walk you through step by step what you need to look for to ensure the work is done properly, but also enable you to get your completion certificate so you can go again and remortgage your property. Look, if you are looking to invest in property and you're going to be doing renovation works, this video is for you. If you can't spend 30 minutes to go through how to inspect a renovation, I'm afraid you're not going to make it in the property world. Come on in. Right, okay, so as you walk in here, the first thing you want to look at is the painting. Obviously, looking at it now, the painting looks absolutely amazing. You can see they've done more than one quote here. And then look at the skirting boards. The skirting boards are also nice. And then you look at the radiator, everything that's been installed, but also you want to make sure the heating is on when you come to the property, because you want to make sure you check whether there's any leaks in the radiators. So what you do, you massage the radiators like this. Yeah, so you massage the radiators like this just to make sure it's working really, really nice. But also you're gonna check behind it to make sure it's been painted nicely. So this property is a HMO, and obviously it needs to be compliant with the HMO regulation. The first thing you want to make sure is to check the doors. These doors need to be fire doors, but also they need to have fire door stops, and they need to have fire strips as well. You can see the fire strips. Basically, it needs to go throughout the door like that. That is fine. And then obviously you've got this door is heavy and the door needs to lock itself. So in essence, if I leave this now, it should close by itself. Bingo. So that then shows you the door closes by itself, and then that hits requirements that the HMO license officers will be looking for. But it needs to be a little bit of adjustment here because it needs to completely close. It needs to be completely closed like that. So maybe it's because of the painting, and obviously you got the decoration here as well. As time goes on, it should be able to lock by itself. So as you walk in again, it's important for you to test the lights, see if it's coming on nicely. The double sockets are there, and again, if you've got a charger or things like that, check all the sockets to make sure the sockets are working. Again, you go down, you massage all the radiator to make sure it's all nice and warm, nicely, okay? It's beaming nice. And then you look around the ceilings like that to make sure it's been painted nicely. And then the light bulbs are looking really, really nice. Of course, if you're doing HMO, the alarms are very, very important. You've got to make sure that alarm is on. You can see blue light around it because obviously that is part of the requirement. So as you done the room, you look at the flooring. As you can see here, it's a beautiful finish, by the way. I have not gone everywhere yet, but it looks beautiful. You can see they've corked around here. They cork around here. The sockets are there. They were where we wanted them to be. We got 1, 2, 3, minimum of 3 double sockets. Actually, with the regulation, you only need 2 doubles. But here we got 4, we got 1, 2, 3 double sockets, which is more than the requirement. So once you've done that, you're not gonna rush go in there. You're gonna look at the windows. If you were to install windows, you've got to make sure the windows are all basically installed nicely. You've got all these seals around it. It's important for you to test it, to open it. And by the way, you've got to have a restrictor as well, because with this restrictor here, meaning it will protect the person that is here, okay? Then obviously you've got all this, the vent are working, you open that up, and then you test this other window as well. Basically with this, then you got to do it for all the windows within the property, just to make sure it's all nice and tidy. All the bedrooms in this house are all ensuite rooms. So obviously we're gonna check each and every one. So again, this is here, you've got the latch here. This is showing a little bit, but if the door locks, we haven't got a problem with that. So I'm gonna try that first. Okay, this then is not locking, so this is a feedback then to the builder. So get them to make sure this locks properly, please, yes? Because if you can see here, see, it's not going full. So maybe we need to adjust the door stop a little bit for it to go in, yeah? So again, you can see here, or at the bottom somewhere, We've tiled in here really, really nice, okay? You see, we've tiled everything and this looks beautiful, And again, once you come here, you're gonna open this toilet and then you flush. All the water should go out without any problems, okay? And you're gonna go down here, you look, you kind of massage it again, go everywhere. There is a flexi pipe behind here. You massage the flexi pipe just to make sure it's massaged properly. And then obviously you've got the sink. Now, this is very important. You're gonna leave this open here. You're not gonna open it too hard, otherwise it will literally splash. You're gonna turn it to the left first to see if there's hot water. Okay, you're gonna leave that there to warm. Okay, it's warming up. Whilst that's doing that, you're gonna check down here. You see, in here it's very important for you to check the strap to make sure there's no leak. As you can see, I'm massaging it again. See, I'm giving it a proper massage, you see, just to see if there's any leak. You look at the flexes here, looks fine, and then obviously check it a little bit to make sure it's strong. And okay, there's hot water coming in here now, tiny bit of hot water. Okay, so now this room, everything here looks fine. I just now need to test that shower, and then obviously the basing is not leaking, but we need to test the hot water. Right, okay, so this all is nice now. So obviously I need to put this back up here, don't want to lose this. Right, so as you walk in here then, again you come down here, you check what's happening here, okay. You've painted and decorated all here, all this looks beautiful, okay. And then obviously you've got your, we've upgraded the heating system, electrical system, and all that is up there, okay. And then moving on to bedroom 2, obviously you got to check the digi lock, make sure it's working fine. Again, we got to test it, see if it closes by itself, okay. Okay, so again, this door we need to adjust it so it closes by itself fully. Again, in this room here, it looks beautiful here. Again, you got the sockets here. All the sockets are in there. The bed is gonna sit here. Okay, we have another socket there. And then obviously we have our beautiful built-in wardrobe. Very beautiful. So you close that down. And then obviously again, you massage the radiator. Exactly the same way you did the other one. This one looks fine. And it's warm as well. You need to make sure it's warm. Okay, coming in here, obviously you can hear the extractor fan. What that means is working. Okay, so we got to turn this on as well, so make sure it's working. And then obviously again, they've tiled and decorated it nicely in here. You've got the shower, beautiful shower. Okay, you can see here it's done up really, look at the tiles. The tiles looks absolutely amazing, beautiful tiles, right? And then again, the same thing, we open this up and flush. Right, you open this and flush, and then you go down here. Okay, you open this as well now. Okay, again the same thing, you massage it, you massage all these here, you massage it nicely to make sure there's no leak coming through. And then obviously you leave that running, you leave that running. And then obviously you've got the shower here as well. It looks beautiful. You check the hinges. Again, we got to check the door. Okay. This door looks fine. Okay. This door here looks fine. It opens and closes. And then you got the tiles here. They've got the door bar here nicely. And then, yes, the water is warm now. Beautiful. Okay, water is warm, it's not leaking, we have flushed, the flushing here is good, the extractor fan is working, and the light is working. The only thing now we need to check is this here, this shower, okay? We got to let the shower run here, okay? We leave that run, it's running, we need to see if it's gonna get hot as well, okay? So you let that run for a minute, and then once it's running, you got to be checking here, the base here, just to make sure there's no leak coming through here that causes problem. Okay, so Yeah, it's warm already, so that's fine, you see. It's very, very warm. So just gonna leave it a bit to test whether there's any leak coming through here. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the other bedroom. Okay, we go back to this bedroom here, just to check to make sure it's heating up here as well. So we leave this running. Okay, we leave that running. Yes, it is heating up. Okay, it is heating up. Okay, that's fine. And then obviously you've got this tap here as well. You've got to make this basically hot. You do the same thing here. You let that run. I need to make sure the shower also closes properly so there's no water coming through. Okay, so leave that running a little bit. Again, the hinges here is fine, and the light also looks beautiful. And you just need to check now. Okay, that's also heating up nicely. So this is fine. We just need to actually leave it running a bit as well, just to see if there's no leak from there. So come on into the kitchen. Oh, sorry for interrupting this video. I just wanted to draw your attention to a guide I've just created. This guide is for you if you're looking to start and scale in property investment, and you've got questions that you want to ask in order to start your property investment. This guide is the ultimate guide to start and scale in property investment journey. I talk about the different type of investment strategies. I also discuss the 11 ways you can raise finance to make any property no money down deals, and the type of properties to buy in order to generate a serious return in your investment. And I'm giving this book away for completely free of charge, no string attached, nothing, absolutely free. Click the link on the description of this video to get your free guide now. We've only got a limited number of these copies available as well, so click the link to get your guide now. Let's get back to our video. So as you're walking in, then you're going to be keeping an eye on the floorboards, the laminate flooring to see if it's installed, but kind of jump in it a little bit to see it's not spongy. It shouldn't be spongy. Obviously they've done here really, really nice. And they've got the thermostat here, which is beautiful, very good location. And as you walk in here, you're gonna open up. This is where the cylinder is. Okay. The cylinder basically is in here. This is what supplies the water. They've just turned it on, hence the reason why the water wasn't warm properly. So that then closes nicely. And they've got the thermostat there. And then obviously you've got the fire door. Quick one here. You see this door here? It needs to shut the same way those doors are shutting. Okay, again, they're gonna do a hinge here. Okay, but what you're gonna do, Abu Bakr, put a door stop here. Yeah, so that this does not hit the wall. Yeah, good. And door stop, you know what door stop is? Yeah. So it stops this from hitting the floor. Okay, again, this is fine. I like the fire exit sign there, and I got the steps here. This property is looking beautiful, man. Look how bright it is, right? Then obviously you've got the boiler here. Okay, it looks like it's working, obviously, because the heating is on. And then obviously then we've got the storage unit there. And what you don't want to do in the kitchen, you want to check each and every drawer, make sure it's opening and closing like that, and making sure all the shelves, and make sure all the shelves are on as well. You see, the exit sign, this needs to be there. Okay, you can see all that here. It shut, opens and closes. And then obviously you've got all the shelves here as well. Nice and tidy. And then you open here. Again, beautifully done here. But also, if you remember, you got to open this up. You got to open the hot water. No, this is cold. You leave that running. Okay, we got a double sink because obviously it's a 6-bedroom house. Okay, and then you can open this and close it as well. So this here needs to be in this way, right? So that it opens and closes. So obviously that then makes it open and close. Okay, hot water is coming in. We're gonna massage that in a minute. Okay, again here, shelves are in here, installed nicely. And then you've got the socket there, got another socket there. Obviously open all the drawers, making sure it all opens and closes. Okay, so we're all good to go. And obviously we've got the washing machine connected nicely. Again, that is done nicely. They've silicone all these here. throughout, which is beautiful, which is what we want. Then we go on the other side of the kitchen. We open each and every shelf again. All these things are installed nicely. And then obviously we have this here as well, shelves, and the sockets are here, all the fuse poles are here, all that is there. But then obviously this we need to install, right? Yeah. We need to install it just to make sure it's done properly. And then obviously we've got the cooker hob here. And what we do, we've got to test it. Okay, okay. And then this one too. And then this one too, this one that. You leave them on, okay? And then obviously test the extractor fans. That's working, that's working, that's working, that's working. Again, it opens and closes, okay? This is what goes there. And then obviously you've got the sockets as well here. All the sockets are here. And then you've got the other shelves here also. That's the fire first aid, right? This is the first. You've got to have this for your HMO. Very important for you to have this, and it is mandatory as well, okay? So these shelves are also fine. We go back here down, the water is hot, okay? And now, again, we got to massage every single thing in here, okay? You're gonna massage it this way, okay? So make sure there is no leak, okay? Make sure there is no leak here. And then of course, there is no leak. By the look of it, there's no leak, okay? It looks beautiful. And then you go down this way, okay? Massage that, okay? It looks beautiful, okay? So no water coming out there. And then we now want to try cold water. Again, cold water is coming through. That is beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And then they've put all these water seals here to ensure there's no water going out. That is beautiful. And then obviously you can see now all the hobs are working. Okay, I need to turn this one on. Those ones are working. Turn all these ones off. So that's beautiful. And that one also is working. So if they're all working, that's bingo. So now we're going to test the oven. The oven got some stuff here, but I assume it works. Turn the light on. Okay, that works. So that's not a problem. So in here, then you look at the ceiling, you know, to make sure there's no silly thing, the painting, making sure everything looks nice and tidy here. And then you can see the ceiling looks beautiful. And then you can see here. And obviously you've got your little nice dining area as well here. It looks beautiful, it looks really bright and beautiful. And again, you massage the radiator here. You check this one, you check that one there. And then obviously you got the sockets here. And then look, it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful, it looks beautiful. So once you've done that now, just a quick one, Abu Bakr here. If you have an end cap here, yeah, if you can put something here, yeah, like similar to this one there. Yeah, we're gonna put one here. And then, do we have one here? Yeah, this one got one. This one will go, this one has one. Same, yes. We have one there. Okay. And now we walk into the back garden. Okay. You've got garden, we have an outside light here. Sorry, outside tap, which is beautiful. Literally, we dug all this and all has been done now nicely, nice and tidy. And did you repaint this?
It's done, yeah.
It's done, yeah?
Because there's only this
okay, only this one. Okay. Only that one, okay. Fine. So obviously now we've got that waste pipe going down there. This one here and that one there. Okay. And then walking back this way. They've concreted all this. Looks nice. Abu Bakr, do me a favor. If we clear that thing there as well. So that looks nice and tidy. Okay. And then this is the utility room. We finally did it. We got the tumble dryer in here. Water is here. I think we just need a door there, Abu Bakr. Light there, beautiful. And we need a door here, please. Yeah, door, we can then put a door there so it can be locked. Otherwise, it's not nice, okay? So this is for the light here, I assume. Yeah, so this one here is beautiful. So basically they've got the dryer at the back of the property. Okay, so I like the way they've done that tap going in there. Beautiful. Ooh, we're gonna mess the house up now. Give me the Hoover. So give me the mop. Yes. Okay. Okay. Right, so now I'm gonna take you to one of the rooms. We inspect those and then we can then keep going. Right, okay, you can see the carpet. They need to make sure the carpet is installed nicely and professionally. It looks like it's been done nicely. They've glossed all these, although it's not smooth, but it's good, right? All this has been done. And then as you walk in, you can feel the soft tenderness of it. And then obviously you've got this radiator. Again, you massage all this here, okay? So again, you do the same thing here. Massage this. This radiator is off. You know why it's off? Yeah, it's off. Check this. Yeah, it is open, but it's cold. Check, yeah? Okay, this radiator, as you can see, then this one needs to be sorted out. Hot water is coming here, but it's not coming out. Yeah, so that needs to be sorted out. Again, we've got 1, 2, 3 double sockets here, 4 double sockets. Beautiful, beautiful. Again, you've got the extractor fan on, and then the same thing again. Leave that running. Okay. Again, same this one, Abu Bakr. Okay, this one's slightly okay. Maybe if we open the window, it would work. Open, let go. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. If the window is open, it works. Yeah. Right. So. Because it's the pressure. Yeah, pressure. Council don't want to know that. Yeah, they want it to close without window. Oh. Yeah. Okay, this one is fine. And obviously we have hot water here, it's very obvious. Okay. We'll check the silicone nicely everywhere. Yeah, you have to clean this. Okay, Abu Bakr, come on in. This way. Again, as you walk in here, you can see how nice, tender and smooth the carpets are. And then obviously you're gonna go to room 4 now. So with room 4 again, the heating upstairs is not on. So you got to check to make sure it's heating. Again here, the radiator is not coming on here. So we got to check this, okay? And then Abu Bakr, do a door stop here. So this does not slam here, otherwise break it, yeah? Yeah, again you got here, oh, different type of tap. Again, same thing here. So that one also, we leave that running. Again, you massage. You see this one is leaking, Abu Bakr? Yeah, see? Leaking. That one we sort out. But hot water is good, but just the leak here. Okay, again, that's working. And then this also is working, just the hot water here. Then turn this on. Okay, so same thing here. Again, test the toilet door. Okay, tamam. Okay, hot water working fine here as well. Just this one here, Abu Bakr, can they adjust this? Okay, it's fine, it's gone. But let's just see if we can adjust it. And then obviously that closes there nicely. And then you've got a massive wardrobe here. This wardrobe is big. Yeah, it's big. Right, look at that, I can fit in here. Look at that, that is big. Massive wardrobe. Again, you've got the alarms there. You've got the, how many? 3 double sockets, beautiful. Okay. Make sure we check the hinges. Okay. This is one of my favorite rooms. Yeah, one of my favorite rooms. Okay. Heating is working here. So just those two. Right. Again, here the heating is working nicely. And then that works fine. Okay. Again. Turn that on. Turn this on. Again, you can see you got this nice wardrobe here. It looks beautiful. This is going to be here forever. Okay. And then obviously you do the same testing here. This one, no water coming in. Yeah. See? Maybe the stop tap here gone. Yeah. Check water coming here. Okay, again, this is the reason why you're gonna check all this again. He's gonna sort this out. So all that, and then I cannot test that. And let's see if the hot water is on. Yeah, hot water is on. So that is fine. And this also closes nicely. Okay, extractor fan working. Turn that off whilst I'm here. That we're gonna leave on. Beautiful, beautiful room. Look at this. This room is one of my favorite. But wait until you see the one upstairs, right? This is beautiful. I love this room. Okay, so moving on to my favorite place of the property. You go. This is my favorite room upstairs. Upstairs is my favorite, you know. And by the way, these stairs were not here. We created these steps here. Look at that. The carpet looks beautiful. Okay. And then we created another nice window here. We tested whether it's open and closes. Yes, and it's a fire escape window as well, which is good. And then obviously to my favorite bedroom. This is my bedroom. I love this bedroom. It's beautiful, beautiful. So we created this, right? Beautiful. Again, the radiator working fine here. Yeah. It's just two rooms, yeah? So this one is working fine. Obviously, this opens and closes. And then obviously you've got this here. Okay, you've got all this here. You open here just to check to make sure we've carpeted here. It's nicely carpeted. Beautiful. And then obviously all this is done nicely. Okay, that shuts nicely there. And then turn that off. Again, we turn this on.
It's not work.
It's not work, okay. Okay. So again in here, yes. The extractor fan is making a funny noise. That needs to be changed and replaced. Okay. And then obviously this one also, Abubakar, we needed to box this, yes?
You need box.
Yeah, remember you said we need to box it.
Oh.
If possible, box it for us, okay?
Okay.
And then this one also flushes nicely. Again, we open the sink. Okay. And then we let that run, okay? Let that run there. Again, the same thing here. We massage it nicely.
Okay.
Hot water is good. Cold water is good. Yeah, cold water is good. So, whilst that's running, so basically, it looks beautiful, right? It looks amazing. And it is, I would say, 98% complete, you know. Do a little bit of touch up here, Abubakar, if you could. Do a bit of touch up there. 98% of the thing is done. And we looked at the electricals, we looked at the plumbing, we looked at the central heating, we looked at the kitchen, we looked at the taps, we looked at every single thing in here. You see, when you're renovating a house, when you've got a builder doing the works, these are the things you want to be looking at before you release the final payment. Obviously, I've built a good relationship with this builder. It looks like what is done here is beautiful. So these are the ways you can actually check and inspect the property before you release the funds. You've got to do this before you release your final funds, because obviously you don't want to have a problem with your builder after they've gone. So this is what you got to do. You got to do this before anything else, basically, before you get any of your tenants in this property. So if you like what you've seen, if you like this video or any of my videos, smash the like button below, subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos. But if you want to learn how to do things like this, buy a dilapidated house, renovate it, add value to force the value so you can recycle all your money out, click the link somewhere on the description to book one of my specialists to see how we may be able to help you to take your investment a little bit further to get you to financial freedom.